Hi guys, so my name's Bethany Lord and I'm here with Team CNP. So today will be a Q&A. I asked you guys to send in some of the questions that you got for myself on anything at all, training, diet, comp prep. So I've had loads of questions, so I'm going to answer them. We'll go through as many as we can as possible. So the first question is, how many years have you been competing for and how did it all start? So I'm in my 4th year of competing now. Probably about 5 years ago I started getting into kind of bodybuilding style training, and before that I'd started lifting weights, but I was actually doing CrossFit. I know it's quite controversial, but someone introduced me to it and I just got into it straight away. Absolutely loved lifting the weights, felt myself getting stronger. People were like, oh, you're really strong, like you'll do really well in this sport. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. I was introduced at university to like a bikini competition for students, and I thought, oh, this looks interesting. I've got a dance background, I've always kind of performed on stage. I love that kind of the glamorous aspect of being on stage, so I thought I wouldn't mind trying this, I wouldn't mind giving it a go. I didn't have a coach or anything, didn't know anything about the sport, just knew you needed to be lean on stage, didn't really know what that meant either, and you needed a bikini and some heels, so I thought give it a go. So I did a diet, 5-week diet. I don't know how I did it. I lost 2 stone doing it. It probably wasn't the healthiest way of doing it. But I got myself on stage, got my bikini. I didn't place at all. Looking back, I didn't look great, but I loved the experience. I loved the journey. I felt so proud of myself, and all my friends and family were so proud of me. And I love being on stage and kind of just feeling the kind of satisfaction and reward that I got myself there. So I decided when I finished university I was going to get myself a coach and do it properly. And that's exactly what I did. Here I am now in my 4th year of competing. So I've competed with various federations, started at IBFA, PCA, NABA, and I've got myself 3 British titles now. I compete in figure, started off at tone figure and went into athletic figure. Okay, question number 2. So, do you train the same in your off season as you do in on season? I would say yes. So off season and on season are similar. The only thing that changes is towards the final part of your prep. So initially in my off season I'll train heavy, I'll go hard, a lot of compound lifts, really just trying to get the strength and the power and the thick muscle and that dense muscle. And then I take that approach straight into my prep as well when I'm on season, and again I'll continue to lift as heavy as I can. The only thing that's going to change is because my calories are reducing, I'm going into a calorific deficit, I've got less energy. It just means that sometimes my lifts won't be as heavy as they were, but I'll still be lifting as heavy as I can. Towards the end of that prep, my repetitions will probably get a little bit higher. I'll probably be doing more supersets, more high reps, just because I'm not going to be able to move that weight, so I just need to keep the intensity there, and it's all about just burning that last little bit of fat as well. So, and then obviously there's the cardio as well. So off season, I don't tend to do any cardio off season. It gets tailored down after prep, and then I get to a stage where I'm not doing cardio. But then as soon as prep starts, we'll start with diet, and then cardio will start to get added in as well. And I do tend to do a low intensity cardio. I've tried HIIT, tried low intensity, but so far low intensity has worked a lot better. So I tend to just walk on the treadmill, or I've got a spin bike at home, so if it's raining, spin bike's the way forward. You need to invest. eBay. Okay, next question. I really like this question. So, how do you keep yourself motivated if you're not seeing the results? This is something that probably every prep I don't struggle with, but I experience. So especially with my body, everyone's different, but with my body, sometimes it takes a while to get into prep. So I'll start dieting, I'll start doing cardio, I'll feel myself getting hungry, I'll feel cravings coming on, and sometimes I weigh myself, there's no weight loss, sometimes there's weight gain, and sometimes that can be really hard to handle, especially when you are struggling, even though it's self-inflicted, but you're struggling and you're working hard and you're not seeing the results that you want. I think it's important to just really have a little bit of time with yourself just to reflect on things and work out kind of why you're doing it, and just not compare yourself to other people. Everyone is an individual, everyone is unique, everyone's body works differently, and sometimes it is just time, and sometimes we want it all now. We want to be lean, we want to see some abs, and it's just not like that. It's a very, very slow process. Self-belief is one of the main things that you need. You need to believe in yourself. You can do it. You've got a plan. You're going to stick to the plan. You're going to keep moving forwards, and you're going to get to that end goal. And as long as you can visualize that end goal, there won't be a problem. You will get there, but it is self-belief. That's something that I lacked kind of in my first year of competing, but it's something that I've learned, and it's been something that's quite hard, because I almost saw it as almost arrogance before, like how can you be so certain that you're going to get to that place? But it's all about self-belief, rather than arrogance, and just being dedicated, and being consistent. So just knowing that you're going to have to work, you're going to have to struggle, it's going to be hard, it's not going to be easy, but you're going to get there. So it's just that consistency, that determination. Sometimes I'll go on social media and I'll have a look through possibly old videos of mine, other people who inspire me, I'll go through their things, possibly YouTube videos if there's any motivational talks, put my earphones in, do my cardio, listen to some motivational speaking. Reading as well is really good. It's something that I do need to do more of, but I do have a book by my bedside, and I do try and pick it up, read a couple of pages. Motivational books are really, really good. Also just speaking to other people. Sometimes it's difficult if you haven't got many friends or associates in the fitness industry, but just surrounding yourself with people who are going through the same kind of experience, it is quite good to just get together, share those thoughts and try and bounce off each other, and that they'll lift you as well. Okay, next question, CNP. So what is your favourite CNP product? CNP have just launched their new range, which is amazing. It's all been rebranded. The flavours and stuff have all been improved, and the formulas have been improved, and I'm really excited about the new flavours that are coming out. I still love, it's not something that I'm having at the moment on prep just because it's not in my plan at the minute, but I love the ProPeptide formula. It's a whey, a casein, it's slow release, but it tastes so good. And you can have it in your oats, you can have it as a shake, pre-workout, you can mix it with Greek yogurt, you can make it into protein pancakes. There is a YouTube video on the CNP YouTube channel, check it out. I made some CNP protein pancakes and they are so good. Low sugar, low carbs, it's really high protein, so it is a really great product. One of the other products that I really like at the minute is the Pro BCA. Now these are something that have been really helpful to me, just because while I've been on prep, I've been having to stay away in hotels and things like that, and sometimes taking tubs of powders and things like that are just a nightmare, just with size and stuff like that. So these have been really good to put in my bag. I take them 3 during my workout, or before, and then take 3 after as well. And these just ensure that I'm preventing any muscle breakdown, I'm repairing the muscle so it recovers, and it also will help give you a little bit more of a boost, a little bit of energy as well during your workouts, especially when you're low and you've not got many calories in you. So these, I would say, are an essential, especially if you're on prep and you're traveling, and if you can't take your powder, they're just easy. So I'd recommend these. Okay, so next question. What advice would you give someone who was starting prep for the first time? This is a hard one, really. Do your research and get yourself a good coach. Go out, research, look at the girls or guys who are winning the shows, who are looking good. It is quite good if you can go and see a coach face to face and they can have a look at you. But realistically, there are so many online coaches who are amazing. That's also an option that you've got to consider, because sometimes you're not always going to have someone in your city. So although it's ideal if they can look at you face to face, it's not really realistic. So having a look at online coaches, how they work as well online, what kind of check-in system have they got, how often are they checking you in, things like that. And also speak to people as well. A lot of people don't mind you. I mean, I don't mind people messaging me on Instagram, sending me emails or anything like that with wanting advice or tips. So if you can message someone and just ask a couple of questions, maybe find out who preps them or how they got started, how they found the coach or anything like that, I'd recommend that. Go to a couple of shows. You need to leave yourself enough time. I normally do. I have done a 12-week prep before. It had to be quite drastic and rushed. So ideally, I'd try and do a couple of months, 6 to 8 weeks, at least off season with a coach. They can learn your body, so they can get you into a routine with your food and get you to a good place with your food. And then by the time you start cutting, you'll be at a high place, so they can tailor you off. Whereas if you're starting at low calories, they're only going to get lower. Whereas if they can get you to a high place with your calories, you can start tailoring them off, and then you're at a much better place, which means you've got more energy to train, which means you're going to look better. Also, posing is essential. If you've never competed before, whether you're doing bikini, figure, if you're a guy, you're doing physique, bodybuilding, classic, get yourself a posing coach, get yourself some classes. You can sit and watch all the YouTube videos you want, but I think it's important to get together with a posing coach, someone who's going to work out what suits your body, because again, we're all different, we've all got strengths and weaknesses. We want to hide the weaknesses and we want to promote the strengths. At the end of the day, being on stage, we want to create the illusion, create a small waist, create V-taper, create shape. Make sure you've been fitted for a bikini, and you're using well-known company. I use Harlequin bikinis. I've used them for my first year. They've been bang on every time. And also make sure you get a good tan. So I would initially book yourself a tan, and then if you can learn to do it yourself, that's fine. But for your first show, get it booked in, no stress. They're my tips. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Also give me a follow on Instagram, Bethany J Lord, and make sure you follow the CNP YouTube channel and their Instagram page as well, as I know that they've got loads of free giveaways coming up. Thank you for watching, guys, and speak soon. Bye bye.